I have a big dark mustache, right? But it's no longer here than it is here, and it's all gray. Might be the day. I'm cooking right now. I don't have my camera on a GoPro or anything, and I'm cutting my mushrooms up. Can you, could you, would you? Can you wash them? And would you wash them? And if they weren't washed, what would happen? What would happen if they weren't washed, but they were cooked? So right now I'd like to dice them up. They're already on the heat, and I should try and see if I can get you to see me doing this. I'm going to try and lean this camera up and see if we can. Okay, so you might not see me in the picture. All right, I got my pen over here. Pen, pig pen, Abraham, link the coin. You know, they have the Hebrew coins, and they were special during the times of Moses. And the more information that I can possibly have or listen to, I don't even need to know anything. I just have to listen. I just have to listen to everybody else speak. Speak the knowledge. Speak the truth. Speak what's from the books, even if it's not the truth, but the truth from the books. From the books that were written, that people, religions follow. So can you, could you, would you? Can you, could you, would you? Would you wash your mushrooms? Can you get some kind of disease? Was something created to cause all this disease on this planet? How perfect is the human race? At what point did we begin to understand what it was to eat the forbidden fruit? Was it a poisonous fruit? Was it to try and fool? Was it to try and fool with the creation? And since we're all playing with the forbidden fruit, should I be washing my mushrooms? Maybe you don't understand what I'm talking about, right? Adam and Eve, the forbidden fruit. I'm not washing my vegetables. The Spanish flu, diseases, reasons for things happening. In the 50s and 60s, if I can remember correctly, it could have been in the 70s. In fact, it doesn't even matter when it was. I had heard a story, so I didn't read the story, but I heard the story through somebody who read the story. So do I believe his story, that he really read the story of the story that he read? And it was all about the window men. Had no work. They were going out of business. There was no work. So they decided to pay somebody to go break windows. And boom, voila, they had tons of work. No disease. What do we need doctors for, right? What do we need doctors and laboratories, and how do we move money around? What ideas can we come up with? Crazy, sick things that go on this planet, right? Sick, you know how to spell it? S-I-X. You know what's funny about 6? Is it has a link, a connector. D-I-X, 496, okay, for 196. And what does this mean? It's the half-life, birth, and rotation. 496, 9 and 4 comes a time of Jesus, creation, the female creation of, or the female creation of what is 66, as known as the word woman, W-O, 231538, which is also the same numeric value that is consistent with the gold on the moon. Gold is numeric value 38. And where do we use it as the golden sun? Do we use it as the golden cow, the golden bull, the golden moon? Is it the bronze cow? Because if it's the bronze cow, okay, or the bronze bull, right, during the time of Moses, then obviously that was third place. That was valued at number 3 because gold is number 1. 1 moon. Silver is 2. Silver moon. So Mars has 2 moons. Earth has 1. Mercury is the first planet. Venus is the second planet. Can Venus be taking over Mercury? Taking Mercury and splitting it apart? What's actually happening? When I'm in the realm of the vision, then I just want to ask questions to both sides. He's right and she's wrong, or she's wrong and he's right. No, he's wrong and she's right. Well, hold on a second. If he's right or she can be right, then they would be to the right. But if somebody was wrong, can they be to the left, or did they just leave if they left? Cutting up the mushrooms. I don't even know if you, can you see me putting them in here? I don't know if you see me cutting them up right over here. Tonight I decided not to wash the mushrooms. Why? Come and get me. Come and get me. My immune system, the sand, the earth, the chemicals, they're already putting chemicals in us. I don't even know what a chemical is. I mean, I wash my floor with Javex. I use a little bit of... I have no idea what chemicals are. Absolutely not. Soap, Javel, Urtel. I got soap. What is it? Science. Science. What if nobody wanted to eat a banana? How could you make people eat bananas? Nobody wants to eat bananas. Is it a science to have people eat bananas? If you look on the internet right now, I'm going to call it the internet. I'm not going to call it Google or Mozilla or anything else. I'm going to call it the internet. And if you look up there, they'll tell you why green bananas are not good for you, and they'll tell you why green bananas are good for you. They'll tell you why yellow bananas are good for you. They'll tell you why yellow bananas are not good for you. So if you want to make a sale, it's what you read, how you're sent the message, from where you get the message, how the message comes across to you, and what you think. Oh my God, potassium, I think I should be eating bananas, but not at night. Or not green at night at least, but they can be yellow, because if they're too green, then it's going to give you constipation if you eat them at night. But what happens if I eat green bananas in the morning? What happens if I'm somebody that needs green bananas? What if my body doesn't produce or assimilate vitamin B12 and I have to get an injection is the only way? Why is the injection working but my body won't take the regular B12? Is there a B12 blocker that's now added into the seeds of the fruits or the legumes that we get to get this B12? And how did we get this B12? I'm not a scientist. How would I know? How would I know? Not a scientist, but I'm steaming some, oh yeah. That's some cauliflower. I have no idea. Just put it together, put a little pepper in it, a dash of salt. And if it tastes okay, I'm happy. You know, I'm just happy if it tastes okay. We got a hi from Truth Within Me. Is that Truth Within Me? I think that was from Facebook. Me, right? I shouldn't even be saying that. So now I don't want to get out of the realm. And it's funny the way, I don't know if I should be saying this, but I don't even know if I want to say it, the mood I'm in. I'm coming out of the realm of the flow of the words, of the vision right now. And no, I didn't do any drugs, but I did. You know what CBD is? Well, I did try a little bit of that, just CBD, only CBD. But it seems for me that the minute you smoke something natural, it seems to, oh, this is not dinner. I ate dinner like this. I shoveled it in. I'm definitely not doing too many things right lately besides the food that I'm putting in. I don't take 5 minutes for lunch. I gobble it up and get back out. I've been out every morning trying to help my brother out with something, and I just can't stand it. His yard is upside down. He's got this great big huge yard, so I'm going there lately, and I'm trying to help him out with his yard, and I just want to see it in order. I guess it's a fixation of regulating, putting formation. 8 in this. So good to catch you live. I've been alive. You haven't caught me yet. I'm still moving. Unless you have a little bit of line on that fishing hook and I can swim around until you really catch me. Pull me on in. But if you pull me on in, then I'm not free. Then I can't come here and do what I think I do best, and that's sharing the intricate information, the, what do you call it? Micro checking, how do you call that? Micro something, when you get really down deep. Oh my God, I got to read this. Good evening. Enjoy watching you cook and chat. I want to be free. I want to be free. There's a couple of songs out there. That's funny that was said, because this morning or yesterday morning, I was singing I Want to Be Free or Free Bird. There's a couple of songs out there right now that everybody should put through their mind. In fact, let me just stop that. I can't. Microcosm. I have to really understand that word. I know oh, yes. My brother says you're doing too much micromanagement. I go, when you save 5 cents, and I tried to tell this to him, but he's got this place, and if you can save, if your employees can save you money, why not share it with them, right? O. The letter O with an H, the heaven of O. I'm going to do a little thing that I did yesterday with my psychologist. I'm not sure if it's in this book or in this book. Oh, it all comes out backwards here. Well, I want to talk, I don't know if you get it backwards or not. Is there too much light in the way? Can I shut this light off? Oh, let me check my cauliflower. Ooh, yeah, hard and soft at the same time, just the way I like it. But we forgot to show you what's in this pan. In this pan is a little bit of rice. I have frozen kale, and I have spinach, and the spinach filled the whole top of the pan. And I'm going to be mixing all this together, and whatever it tastes like, it's just vegetables, so just don't eat too many of them. So I'm going to lower this now. I'm going to shut the one in the front off, and the mushrooms aren't doing too good because it's not even hot. Got to play with that on the stove. I don't want anybody to send me a stove. My stove's not working properly. But if anybody knows where I can get these in medium, these Paper Mates in medium, can't seem to find them. I would love a couple of boxes. Or just tell me where I can get them, and I'll go get them. I love these pens. Minus and plus. Minus and plus. Where can we get a minus and a plus? And what am I talking about? A minus and a plus? I should have a blackboard, and I should be doing this. It would be much more interesting if I was on a blackboard. And you can see the blackboard, and it's so big, and you can see it, and it looks so good. But here I'm sitting in my kitchen with this tiny little book that when I hold it up to the camera, it's backwards to me, and I'm not sure which way. I'm already backwards. Okay, so we're going to do this minus and this plus here. Oh, it's on the other page. Can we see this? So here is the diamond, and the diamond, if you can still see me, yeah, you can see it. Okay, the diamond is where the plus comes in. The minus is what cuts or divides the above and below. And here's another one that separates. Lifts and separates or divides. Which one is the divider? You know, the 2 dots over here for the division. We're going to talk about all this. I'm going to try and figure this out, if this is what my figure 8 is about. And then the question is it another diamond in this diamond, in where I have X here, and then I have a small little minus sign? Or is my diamond separated, showing me individual area space connected by 3 more diamonds, 3 single diamonds, and then 3 individual diamonds that cut in between each diamond, connecting each diamond, creating 88, 88, 88, 88, 88, or 808, if you can see. You see the 88 is on this angle, 8 here and 8 here on this angle. Can you see it? And then standing up is an 8 here. And then there's I'm going to have to color that in. Give me a second. I'm going to go get a color marker. I'm going to see if I can color that in. I need to sharpen my pencil. Whoop! Just tripped over the Javel. God almighty. I turn around, I look, and what do I see? I see a whole apartment that's white. This whole apartment is white. If you're seeing anything else but white, let me know, because this whole apartment is white. It's white because everything is always new. Everything is always being painted. There's always a new picture being painted. So if you're seeing color, because everything is now animated, but everything is actually white. The animation comes from you. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to have to see if I can sharpen this pencil here. And I seem to not be able to sharpen this pencil, which is bothering me. It's bothering me. Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to have to get... You know what? My cheap little sharpener was the best one. Whoop! I just pushed that sharpener into a piece of celery. Actually, I don't eat much celery. Okay, now I can sharpen this. And I'm going to redesign that design a little bit bigger so you can actually see it. So I'm going to do it while you're here. Instead of using, can you still see this? Yeah, I'm going to use the double space. I seem to always be rushing, like everybody's going to run away. Has anybody heard of Robert Edward Grant? I mean, he's other places than just look him up on the internet. I'm not selling any of these social media or anything else, but the intermediate network, net 10 backwards, intermediate or inter meaning inter or enter. Are we talking or thinking about what about our windshield wipers? Intermediate working on its own, going and stopping. But wait a second, if it's going and stopping, they're also washing and spraying some of that windshield washer stuff to keep everything clear. So keep a clear mind and wash it, and don't believe everything you hear, and believe everything you hear. And what you think is right, of what you think is right, of what you possibly can believe to be right, might be wrong. So think of it, even if you think you're right, think that you're wrong at the same time. So we're going to do these 3 diamonds here. So we got these 3 diamonds. Whoop, there it is, 3 diamonds here. And then in between, right, we have the 1 diamond here. And then by putting the diamonds here, if you take a look, I have 8, and then connected to the 8. And now when we do it again, you can still watch, right? So then we have 8 over here. So when we have that 8, I'm going to see if you can see this. We have, here's the 8 over here colored in red. Okay, and I got to get another color here. And I'm all bent over here. I'm bending over backwards, and I tripped on that same thing again. Hey, how's everybody doing? Let me open up this. Okay, so I'm going to design this, and then I'm going to show you what it is. And eventually, this is going to create a cube inside a cube, and it'll create the 6-point star, the Magen David, which is found, in numbers. Through a design of roulette, the table of roulette shows this exact design, 16, 17, 18, which is total 51, 19, 20, 21, 19, 20, 39, 49, 59, 60. So we have the 16, 17, 18, which is 51 and 60. 51 Mars, 51, 60. 51, I gotta go through this and try to figure out what it's telling me besides Mars time. You see, Earth time is EIEIO, 59, 59, 0. When they talk about the completion, I mean, when you go to the summary of a book or the explanation in a book, they talk about completion. Like in baseball, you have 3 strikes, and you have 4 balls. But the actual reality is, when you have the 5 total, you have a full count, which is 3 balls and 2 strikes. And that's 5. The next pitch that is thrown that counts will actually be the 6th pitch. So if you can do that, the 3 batters, you will go 32, 32, 32, or 5, 5, 5. And then if the last throw is a strike, you will end up with 6, 6, 6. I have to understand it. Hi, Mighty. The comments go away, so I have to relook at that. So I'm going to look at the comments in a minute. So now what happens? Okay, if it's when that happens and you strike out, do they mark the 3rd strike in baseball? 3 strikes, you're out. Strike 3, you're out. So they say it, so they must mark it. So now the total is 7. 7, 4, and 3, Earth and Mars. But before anything happens, the total on a full count is 5. And then the action pitch, which is going to be the 6th pitch. 18 pitches on full counts and 3 strikeouts. It could be a pop fly. It could be drive to center. It could be an error. We're not going to count that. So if it's 4 balls to 3 different batters instead of 3 strikes to strike out the inning, you would have 12 balls and 6 strikes, 3 and 6. And that's part of creation. 3 creation of the half-life, 6. Because all you need is one part of the triangle to be able to go around the bases, right? First base, second base, third base, and then you cross through the pitcher's mound. And that's what they call, what did they call that in baseball? When somebody strikes out, they call that around the horn. But it starts at the catcher over. Where do they throw it to the shortstop? See, these are all things that I should be thinking about. I'm trying to figure out what it means in life. What it means in life. Why did they call it this? Does everything have to have a meaning? Nah. Do I make up meanings? I create what's there. It is what it is. So anyways, so we had 12 balls and we had 6 strikes. And that was a total of 18. So it didn't matter which way you went. It was either 12 and 6 and 3 men walked, but you're still up. So 18 and you're going to the 19th, and where the 19th comes in, that is your spirit, and bases are loaded. So if that spirit gets walked, if that 4th one gets walked, you score a run from the first one on the 6th pitch that walked that man to first, that walked him home on the 16th pitch of a Sweet 16 where the 4th batter took first base. Unless he hit a grand slam, and that would be for people center field. Yes, that was absolutely center field. CF 3 and 6 center field. Or enter is filed. Look at the word C, enter. Just like the word 10 in French, DIX and 6 is SIX, S and D. We're not going to get into that. I've got stuff. Is this cooking here yet? Oh, by mistake. By mistake, I think I shut off. Which one did I shut off? This is the front one. No, this is to stay off. This is the back one. Still not working. I'm going to take this off of here, put this onto here, turn this one off. Hold on a sec. I'm on the stove cooking. What do you think? I'm doing a video? I'm doing a video. I just got home. I got up at 5:30, left, and you know what? I shouldn't even tell you this because everybody does it. But for me, it's really not normal to do it so often. I'm usually sitting in the house in front of the desk writing all day. What'd you do today? Oh, I did so much, but you haven't left the house. What's so funny? I'm going so fast, I can't figure out what's funny. I don't remember what I said a minute ago, but who's on first? Don't forget. Do you know what happens in the 7th inning stretch? It's only the bottom of the 6th, right? In the bottom of the 6th, the home team has knocked out 21 batters from the visitors, while the home team only has 18 outs. R and U. R and U is Aru, meaning either the street or the end of an abbreviation of RU, or maybe we can look it up in the elements and chemicals and see what it means. It's the 18th and 21st letter, 39. That means the bottom of the inning, where the hot dogs and peanuts and everything is on the skies of Saturn. The skies of Saturn. Something about Saturn tells me we're going backwards. Oh, by the way, I like to throw myself a bone. This is all unrehearsed, and every time I do it, I seem to lose myself and think that, oh my God, look what I can do, just off the top of my head. All of us are fully connected. So I'm going to do this last part I was showing you on 808, on this design, and here's the design 808. And that 808 for me is a representation of, hold on a second, of right here. How come I'm not getting a good vision on my telephone over here? Hold on a second. Are you seeing this clear or no? Something's wrong. Hold on. I don't like this. I hope this doesn't turn off. Something is definitely wrong. I'm going to turn the light on in the kitchen. Is this a little better? Look, the whole ceiling went dull. It was nicer before. Let me see. Can you see this? Anyways, it's rest in peace. It's rest in peace. So we have the 808, and it's rest in peace because... Just give me a second. I want to see if I have this here. Just give me a second. I'm looking for something. I'm looking now. Okay. I don't want to take my time to find it, but um, the bicycle cards. There's a bicycle with a king on the bicycle, right? And he's wearing a mask, right? They're all wearing masks. And it says rest in peace. The 808, there's like a tombstone at the bottom, and it's 808 bicycle cards. So anyways, let me get back to where I was, but I left the book on the table. Give me a second. I mean, I can break this up as one video, right? I can break this up into 100 different videos and have 100 more videos to talk about. But I'm stringing the information as the information comes in. Do you believe that we're connected to another source, a higher source, a different source? What is a higher source? A source out for hire? Higher source saying, oh my God, I can't be connected to a higher source. But if we were plugged into the computer, would that be a higher source? Because you're getting the information a little bit faster, and it's a higher source. And then we feel, oh my God, if I told somebody I was connected to a higher source, they'd all think we're nuts. So we never want to say anything like that. I mean, we all go to church. Don't we all go to church, right? We all go to under the steeple, well, something like that. In a way, we all do go to church and don't deny it, because even if you don't show up at church, you've heard about somebody going to church. You've heard about something in the Bible. And then you would say, well, that's bull crap. Anything in the Bible is crap, right? But it doesn't matter. Because if you're telling it it's crap, that means you studied the Bible too, right? Otherwise, how would you know? How would you know what somebody said from somewhere that it's crap? Does anybody know what a Bible is? 2 and 9? 292? 292, what's the numeric value for Bible? What does Bible mean? See, I'm just putting it out there. I'm not giving any answers. I'm just waking up the whole situation of how to think, how to micro process. Like the cat and the elephant. The elephant with the smallest brain in the world, scared of the mouse. The cat, what is the cat? A lot of times you would say the black cat. Black cat is something to do with a black energy. Well, black energy is known as DC energy. And that's only because I saw the black cat by the Hydro Center. Must mean something. So now we're going to get on to a couple of things. We're going to just jump around right now. If you can figure this out. This is blurry, right? Let me just see if I can fix my blurriness. I just want to know, is it blurry or it's not? Is my screen blurry? Where's my camera up here? I just hope I don't close this video. Is this clearer? Okay, the circle through life, heart. And look at the angle of that. You see that angle? You did a heart there, and it's on that angle. Because everything is on an angle. You can't go straight up because in your own world. You can't, it's straight up and this way and that way. I mean, if you go just that way, you go out of the world. So to go at least and crossing through the world, you have to go up on an angle, a certain angle. Now, I got a light in the background that might be impeaching. Is this better? For me, it's better. I got to get a new phone. So I've been all over the place. We started, yes, before I get on to what I was going to talk about. Just give me a second. When I put these on, I can actually hear myself think inside my head. I don't know why, and it's so weird. I seem to get that incredible, powerful, not information, but a flow and consistency of throwing out, what do you call it? What do you call it? People that, wow, ranting. I am ranting. I keep seeing the light flash in the background. So I gotta mix up my onions, and I didn't even put any garlic in. Maybe I won't, but I should because it's very important. And I'm not sure what time. It's 7 o'clock, and usually at 7 o'clock, I usually take some of this. Helps me sleep. It's still very blurry, eh, my phone? Still very blurry. I don't like that. Can somebody tell me, do they see it as blurry as I do? Somebody tell me if it's blurry or it's just me. I would really like to know. Mm. Mm-hmm. That's good. You ever see that? It's blurry. How am I doing a video? I have to see if anybody said. I have to read the comments. Hi at Mighty Mouse Girlfriend at Robin Ledford M.S. Sanchez. What does that mean? 75. I have to understand it. If I'm reading something, I want to understand it. Let me go back through all the comments. Hi, dinner sounds good. Laugh out loud. So good to catch you live. Laugh out loud. Smiley face. Good evening. Enjoying watching you cook and chat. Center 75. You're on the moon. Communication through the seventh gate. Microism. Mighty Mouse. Girlfriend. Oh, I absolutely love your. Whoa. Got what? I love your mind. My mind. Your mind. And my mind. In is inside the M and D, which is 4 and 6. For some reason, beta creation is Mars and Saturn. Since I began this project, it always was. And when the fourth letter, which is Department of Motor Vehicles, because MDV, Department of Motor Vehicles, is actually 444, although D is the fourth letter, it's 04. Reverse it, it's 40, and it also stands for blue. Blue Earth, if you want to look at it that way, which would be 40 and 52, total of 92, 29, which is birth in the sun, because of 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals 4 and 5, 5 times 4, 5 plus 4 equals 20 plus 9, 29. And you can do it also through the half-life. 1 times 6, 1 plus 6 equals 7 and 6. 7 times 6, 7 plus 6 is 42, and 13, or minus 13. If you add it, it's 55. It's the freedom of 55, which that's a connection through the moon of Christ. What happens is it's 42 minus the 13, and we have 29 again. So that's where your creation comes in, because 6 is a half-life. When you look at the cube and you see 6, or you look at the deck of cards and you see 6, tell me the design. What does the design do? And if you fold the design in half, okay, it would make a circle around where the 9 is. I'm going a little too fast, I think. Where the 9 is, there's a little dot in the center, or a club or a spade or whatever. The ace is in the center of the 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9, telling us that story. That's where it is. If you fold the card this way, that becomes the half space. Instead of being the O, it's now the C. Oh, Canada, oh, say, can you see? O in French means water, the flow of water, or the flow of water, the river. And which way is the river going? What angle is that river? And if it was completely flat, the earth, the river wouldn't be moving too much. So it's this way, the river, it's always flowing, or is the river always flowing down from the mountains? And how come the water keeps going around and around and around, and it rises and it falls? What's happening with our water system on this earth through your eyes on how things work? Not on what you were taught. What makes your internal sense for you? I'm not even sure where we were. Yes, the minus and the plus is how this video started 32 and a half minutes ago. Although we're in the 33rd and 46, no one was actually here to hear anything I had to say. If anybody is listening to anything I have to say, if anybody understands anything I am saying at all. Or is this just entertainment? I wish it was. I'm doing a little bit more entertaining than I am explaining. So the beginning, I was showing you the 808. And this design of I, what it shows you is to the left and to the right, okay, is where I can put my bars straight down and a bar across the center, creating my H, right? And the bars across the top is where I create my I. Now, where there is an I, the 9th letter, you will also find the J. 9 and 10. 10 is 1 plus 0 equals 1. 10 has a 1 and a 0. You are inside the O. Is the square the 0, or is this the 0? So there's a whole discussion. This is the 88 0, because the other 0 as the square. There's just too much information to just explain it all. It just keeps barreling on top of each other. If it was the square, all I can do is an X through the square. But if it was a bigger square, okay, then I would just be saying that, hey, you're 4 times this. So it's telling you that there's more than one world. In this square, there's only 4 points on each corner, where each corner reaches 4 different squares. If I put a dot in between 2 squares, right, in the corner of a square, you're automatically putting that dot in between 4 squares. It's automatic. But in order to put a dot in the single square, you must create an X to find the center and then put the dot there, calling that the ace dot or the divider dot. So when we do this over here, this diamond, we can have your H and your I. And why is Jack there? Because Jack's got a dot on the small j. There's a dot on the small j, and there's a dot on the small I. So 9 and 10, 1 plus 0 equals 1. 91, the 91st day is April Fool's Day. 13 times 7, 91. The average in cards is 13 cards. And when you add up 1 to 13, it equals to 91. 4 times 91, 364, equaling to 13 by 28 moons. How many 24 hours are in that? Do I have my phone on me for my calculator? Let me get my calculator up. 364 divided by 24 equals 15.166. And 364 divided by 28 equals to 13. So it's 13 moons. And then the 1.66 is the 15 will become quarter time in Mars. And the 166, I have to find the division. 7 divided by 6 equals 1666. Let's say 8 divided by 7 equals, no. So it's 7 divided by 6 that'll equal 166, and that tells you your birth of the half-life through the sun. So the minus, okay, which crosses and creates the H, okay, which crosses, that's your minus sign. Okay, now, is your minus sign only created, okay, at what point is it created? Is a minus sign only created where it divides 2 squares? Where a plus sign is what's showing you to separate 4 squares. This is one scenario. The plus sign that separates the 4 squares is where the H and the I comes in, the heaven's birth of I, the angel. Where the separation comes in, separating above is below, and here side to side is separating the day from the night, or the heavens from the ground. Remember we spoke about blue before and 50 for Earth? I don't remember where that came into. Even the spirit of 55, where 5 times 5, 5 plus 5 equals 35, and that 35 is the connection to where the numeric value for moon 5775 comes in, 3553, and it brings energy or life. And oh my God, Volkswagen Herbie number 53, the talking car. Department of Motor Vehicles 444, and the reverse is the pregnancy of the pigs. Flat noses coming together, 2 sausages, bacon, and now we electrify the next world. And it's not me talking, it's Abraham. Don't be a pig and roll the dice, and you have 2 ones that come up in the dice, a total of 2. A total of 2, it's 2 ones. And they call them the pigs. And the reverse of the pigs is 66. Women and freedom, 66. Beta creation, anyways. So that's how we get our H and our I. When you have the minus, it's the H in the heavens. When you have the plus, it means I am in the heavens. I am. I am who I am. I'm not going to get into that. It's already taking a lot of energy out of me. There's a few other things I wanted to speak about. It's just something really quick, really simple. If you can see this, the top one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you want to talk about life, apparently, there's 365.25 days in a year, in which we only add on that day on the 4th year. How come the clock doesn't, how come the light doesn't circulate? You know what I'm saying? How come we don't lose that quarter day? So every 4 years we add on an extra day to the year to compensate. Now, when you look at your numbers on your phone, you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Draw a line from 3 to 6 to 5 to 4 to 7. That's 365.47. So that means 0.22 is lost towards the clock if that's the way it's working. Now, if you go the other way on the numbers not used, it becomes 125, Earth and Mars, memory of RAM, 8, 9, in the heavens of I, the plus sign. In the diamond is the plus sign. The square can only be the multiple sign. What does that mean yet? I don't know, but in the multiple sign, you can put a centered dot. What does it mean? I don't know yet. I didn't sit down. I just know this information. I just know because that's what's created through these designs. Just like I'm showing you right over here. This X in the center of the square. And the only way to make a placement for something is to put the two lines crossing to find where the middle is. So is that the point as the 0.5? Because when you look at the dice cube, the dot in the center where you have 4 dots around is telling you that's number 5. It's number 5 valued at 1, the 1 dot of the total of 9 dots. So it can either be valued as 1, 5, or 9, because that 1 dot with 8 areas that is encompassed by it, making the 1 area value as part of all areas on that 1 cube. But if you have the 4 dots in the center and the 1 dot in the center, and the 4 dots on the outside, number 4, and the 1 in the center, it tells me that I don't need the 1 in the center, that my actual 9 numbers only have a value of 4 numbers. Do you follow? There's 4 squares here, but put a dot at the corner of each line. And I'm going to do it right next to it. Put a dot at the center of each line, okay? And now you have 9, but you actually only have 4 blocks, where you put 1 dot that is the center to all. So its real value is 4 for 1 and 1 for 4, 14, 41. 55, freedom 55. And how do you get that freedom 55? Through beta creation. 23, 46, and in rotation, 69. Just keep adding up 23 or 32. 23 and 23 is 46, and 23 is 69. 32 and 32 is 64, and 32 is 96 in rotation of creation through the gateway because of what it creates. And ask me that question is the percentage sign. And in this percentage sign, or the yin and the yang that comes together, where 8 separates both sides of I. Actually, it's not I and I, it should be this way. Over here. I'm not sure if you're able to see it. Seems a little bit nutty, but you know what? We're all magic. So anyways, so what I just showed you is we were just talking about, where is it? Right over here. Wow, I can't believe how ugly that is. 125.89, 364.47. 22 is lost in time. 22nd letter is V and E for the energy of life, or the E spirit, or the E light. And everything has to be repeated for the matrix or the system that we are in, whether it's analog or digital, or whether it's continuous, that if we don't follow certain things in the system, the curtain will come down, the game will be stopped, so we have to, or the game will be changed. Sorry, if they see that the codes have been read, then the codes and the code system has to be changed. So, oh my God, make me laugh. The more laughs, there has to be a consistent number of laughs. There has to be a consistency to many things. When it comes to news, if it's fake news, they have to say it's fake news, because if you don't say it and too many things are biased, then boom, the codes don't come in. The planetary information that is being received by those who are 50 to 100 years ahead of us, everything will stop and we'll have to go on as life is great. And they can't get full control of the system, of the altar system, because of that. You're married to the system. So the H and the I, we spoke about it. The minus is the heaven, and the plus is the addition of your life. I was talking of, wow, I wish I can see this. Can't see it, eh? Can I turn the camera around? Can I see if I can turn this? Yes, I could. Maybe the other camera is better. Okay, yes, much better. So this is where the 0.22, and this value, 54 is the sun, 57 is the moon, 35 is the energy, 6 is the half-life. This is also valued as your birth is 9. This is also valued as from Venus. This is also valued as energy from the cat, the black cat, the DC power. 47 is time on the cross. This will create your IR in mathematics. This will create your DNA through the sun, and it's also known as the student. When you go to the game of craps, when they say yo 11, yo 2515, I passing through 55, Earth and Mars. When you say yo 55, the reverse of it is right here. 55 and the reverse of 55 is 1 and 2. Now you're going to say to yourself, how is the reverse of 55? So I have to look at something. Wow, I just lost my vision on something. I was looking in the camera. How is 55? Oh, no, sorry, 65. 65. So 6 times 5 is 30. Plus 11 is 41, and that's your DNA in the sun. And this is your high-ranking spirit of 1991 that we spoke about before, where the Jack, the J, which is the 10th letter, and the I, which is the 9th letter, create this numeric value here, which is 13 times 7, or 1 and 3 is 4 times 7, which is Jesus Christ, the time on the cross, the spirit, right over here. In between of this is 5 and 6. So in between what is Jesus Christ and the time is the Earth and Mars birth. Total equals to 40 and 10. Birth of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to move it up a notch. 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. We're going to move it up a notch. When we move it up a notch here, it becomes 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9. And these are my vibrations. 2, 3, 4. The reverse of this is 8, 7, and 6. So that would mean if this is 2, 2 times 1, 2 times 2, 2 times 3, 2 times 4, 2 times 5. 5 plus 5 is 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. 2 times 6, 6 plus 6 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3. 2 by 7 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5. At the 7th gate, we reach number 5. At the 7th gate, the moon in Uranus meets in Neptune. If you reverse this, then there's a double reverse in this. This would be Earth. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 7th gate, 2, Venus, Earth. 5 and 7. Moon is Venus, Earth. The flip side. If we wanted to talk about the 7th gate, I can do that, which would mean if I wanted to bring everything to the 7th value, this would be 9 birth, and this would be 2. So 29 again. Your birth is in Pluto. So anyways, 3 times 1, 3 times 2, 3 times 3, 3 times 4 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3. 3 by 7, 21, 2 and 1 is 3. 3 by 6, 3 by 8, 24, 2 and 4. 241506 FOX. The only truth comes through Mozilla Fox. The numbers down here moves Mars into Mercury position. When you have number 4, the completion, the duplication. You have 4 and 8, 1 and 2 creates a numeric value for Pluto, where Mars and Venus come together for the heavens of space. Earth remains in Earth. 4 times 3 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3. The 7th gate ends up to be in Mars. Venus is now in the center controlling position. The 3, 6, 9 remain in the same position. The red sun shows up where 4 and 5 is, as the regular sun and the birth of the DNA. Mars shows up at Uranus and Neptune. At the same time, 4 times 7, 28, the cycle of the moon is now in Uranus. And 4 by 8, 32, beta creation, secondary creation, is made through Neptune, known as the water planet, also known as the energy in the water planet. And then 4 by 9 is 36, and that's your creation of the half-life, spirit. This becomes 18. This becomes 15, 4, 12, 12, 15, 18. 1, 4, 7, 12, 2, 5, 8 is your 15, and 3, 6, 9 is your 18. So it stays together as LOR, saying gold, or actually noted as 33. Anyways, I'm going to look at the comments. Let me look back. I'm going to look back. I missed a lot of comments. I'm looking at my comments, and as I look at the comments, I'm going to let you see my face. Okay, I did that. Truth, that looks great. It looks normal to us. A+ and build a cross, which is not a cross, but could represent Christ. A+, and minus. Okay, right, okay. Hey, the statement, everything is white, you created to be. I love what I am creating for you. The statement, everything is white and created. Oh, it keeps disappearing. It's not fair. Whoop. This is not good. The statement, everything is white. I should get a mirror here so you can see what I'm reading, because it would only be fair, right? So let me go down to the bathroom and grab a mirror off the wall. It's a mirror. Whoop, my pants just fell down. How do you get this? How do you get this back again? Okay. Can you see what I'm looking at? Center field. Laugh out loud. You have a beautiful mind. Yes. The circle of life. Okay, we saw this. Mighty Mouse Girlfriend, that is great memory. What is great memory? Great memory. Great memory. Does that come through Mars? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? I can't hold up this mirror. Anyways, we're not going to do it. I'm going to just go through truth in Mighty Mouse Girlfriend, that is great memory. Where does this come from? Why was that said? I like to keep up. I want to be involved in the conversation here, although I'm doing the video. Buy bull, right? They say the bull is running, and buy bull, it's all BS. Ankle, ank, bank, ankle. So take away the B, run with the ank, and see why the B changes everything. Into ank and ankle, they added on the LE12. That would be your memory. Or the memory that is, ankle also is an ankle chain. So now your memory is blocked or locked. Zig is in zag. Just forget about the Z and use the ag and the ig. But the A and the I, the A, there's something about the A telling something is encompassed within rotation of some sort. Dang, give a dog a bone, geez, connections, the spark arc, a bit blurry. Small bits, but my kiddo came in and I had to switch thinking gears. What number is Mars? No, Mars is 51, the sun is 54. And don't forget there's a short count, which makes the Mars also 15, and the sun becomes 1, 3, and 5. Oh, 1, 3, 5. The first letter is A, the third letter is C, and the fifth letter is E. It says ace. I get it, but not sure how or why I comprehend it. I can never explain it though, but if you can tell me what you understand of what you're listening to, the question is like this: where am I going? Where do you think I'm going with all this? What is actually going on? Why am I doing whatever I'm doing? What am I processing? Can you believe that if we process and find all the individual what do you call it? All the clues in the world that lead to something for some reason or another, even if you don't need it, that somebody might need it somewhere or somebody's using us to control or take control or to use it to. Anyways, I don't like to use the word of what somebody might be doing to controlling this. If you want to look at the planet, and don't forget, sometimes I break up my word like I don't know what I'm saying, but maybe I don't know what I'm saying. But if I'm too direct, then I'll be followed by the system that's following us 24 hours a day, even when you're sleeping. Every thought that goes through your mind is being recorded. If there is a God and there is another conscience to the world and we are connected electronically but living in these true bodies, then here we are. I get it, but not sure how, why. I feel like Earth is a living organism itself. Of course it is. Right now I'm swimming. I'm swimming. You just don't see it. You don't see it. You don't see how heavy air is that you breathe. It's weighing us down with that water, something, whatever it is. I feel like Earth is living, everyone and I, everything created upon a playing role in an evolution of mankind. Well, you know what? If you don't evolve the mind, then how do you want the universe to survive successfully? You need to find all the negative in order to make sure that you can stay on top of it, because if I drop this pen or if something happens and you can't control, there's in this planet something can't be controlled, and it's called area space. Something about area space is being used and occupied, but can it actually be controlled from contracting and growing? And how big do we have to be to stay afloat before we sink? You can throw one little hard ball into the ocean, but if that ball is bigger than the ocean, it'll stick out and nothing will be sunk if you're inside the ball. Let me read the Earth is living. Mankind originally held a 12-strand DNA, so 6 would be half. I'd love to contact you, Mr. Tackmans, if I may, please. Yes, you can. Do you know how to? How do you want to do it? There was something else, something to do with my father. Oh, my father used to say, love you forever, circle. Love you forever, circle. You see, I'd have to understand which context it was used, because the circle of your life or everything about you. 54, Earth, Mars. You see, the word you is the 25th letter is 7, 6, 3. 25, 40, 50, 61. It's the half-life spirit. You are the half-life spirit. You are the son of what I love, the half-life forever, and not for F-O-U-R, but again, for and you, where the O is in the center. The O and the F are both the 6 value. So you actually have 669, 5459 in the word forever, which is actually, would be telling me it's about birth, it's about Eve, it's about the golden Eve of rotation. And I say that because when the OR in French mean gold, Eve is in between R, E-V-E-R in forever, which is a dream of Eve. So the dream of Eve was the bad dream because she ate the poisonous apple. And it's funny how bad that apple is when Pinocchio forgot to bring that apple to school. So truth within, do you have my email address? It's mrtackpans@gmail.com, or it's just tackpans@msn.com. I'm going to get a whole lot of spam now. I already get a lot of it. Oh my God, I forgot about my... Wow, it's not even hot. Now this is not working. What's going on? Nothing's working. Wow. Wow, nothing. I've been sitting here for 43 minutes and my mushrooms aren't even ready. Wow. Oh wait, that's the back one. 1 second. 1 second here. Oh yeah, that's... Oh yeah, that I think that's working now. Or is it the front one? I don't know. Something's not working. Anyway, we've been here an hour. So what I wanted to get to at the end of my video, let me turn this around now, was all I did is advance this number to 2, then advance it to 3. So they're telling me different stories as I advance each number 1. So what I'm going to do now is where we had 365, for those that are still with us, 365, 365.47 days, this area over here is part of where creation is. So we get the 365 days, and then this part over here, 47, is in your creation. 1-4 is the sun, 1-7 is the gateway, 7-4 is Jesus Christ of time. 85 is the spirit matrix, 69 is in rotation of creation, 3 and 6 of the half-life spirit. And then we start to go on this angle, the 9 lives of the cat, 5 to 9, EI-EIO. So depending on what you design and where you go, it's going to tell different numeric values. And now we get into the vibration of 2, 3, and 4. And when you get into the vibration of 2, 3, and 4, the reverse is 8, 7, and 6. And this is going to tell you one story, but I'm going to stop for now. I'm going to have to do this in another video. This is going to make me very anxious and lonely because I'm all alone here. And doing these videos and sharing, and even though there's only 4 people, for me, it's more than enough. And it has nothing really to do with today. It has to do with tomorrow. It has to do with the information, although it's irrelevant to many pieces and parts and facts to the masses of the world. My main concern is just that one person should hear, and the grapevine is opened up through the vineyard that would send this from sharing it. All I needed to do is believe in my subconscious of what I did is the reality and the truth of each design and every number value, to say that 8 and 8 or 88 is 16, 1 and 6 is 7, and that's true. So all I need to, oh, there it goes. Listen to this. They're cooking. And these are my, now we're going to dump them in there. And then I'm going to dump those in here. So yeah, who's still here that's not shy to say something? So anyways, I'm going to show you one other piece. And, you know, in roulette, it goes in sections of 4, right? It's the dirty dozen. And one part of the dirty dozen is actually an explanation key to where the star key and the 0 are played in the house, what's called the pound key. The pound key is reflecting the dog and the cat. So we have 24 and we have 26. Nine lives of the cat in the dog pound, where X and Z come together. So now when you go X and Z, you go 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9. And where you have X, you have 1, 5, 9, 3, 5, 7. So these are your 2 scenarios over here. You're divided. And this one over here is your star key, where you're separated. Here you're separated this way. Okay? And here you're separated that way. There's nothing in the center over here. And I'm not gonna use this, and your separation is your key to the club. So I'm not really sure which way this should be done. Maybe this is the club and this is the spade. Where's the diamond that fits in? Go on forever. I'm just talking out of my hat right now. Tired. Over an hour. Nobody's saying anything. I know there's 4 people that are still here. I want to thank you very much for spending your time with me. And I'm going to take a shower and try to dehydrate. Send me a message, tacpans or Mr. Tacpans at gmail.com or tacpans, Tacpans at msn.com. And it would be nice to chat. That's okay. I'm going for a shower. You know what happened before this video? I was cleaning and sweeping under my bed. I still have dust on the floor. Okay, let me take you for a little walk. This is what I was doing. Just give me a second. I still have dust over here. I was sweeping my room. My room is a total mess. My room is a mess. Those are the burgers. Everybody knows my little man up there? Oh, God, where is he? Oh, yeah, there he is. Screaming at the red sun. What's going on? What's going on? What are happening to all the bees while the groundhog is dead? He's wearing his chef's hat, his cooking hat. Painted that, and then all of a sudden my son gets his cooking license. Divided, London bridges falling down. Here is the letter I. You can't see what's behind there. There's a twin tower that I had painted. I don't like this wall. This is supposed to represent Earth in the single building. I don't like that wall anymore. So, for those who've never seen it, and I'm quite sure you have, mathematics, binary code, the penny. Oh, here is the roulette. This is the roulette table. Both designs. This is when they took the penny off the market in Canada. And this is a cat coming into the house. How you doing there, love? I used to have black painted up all around my windows, and I changed it for yellow with blue spots to represent the cat. That's my patio door. My patio door. Couple of paintings I did, and my son has put eggshells on the wall. Eggshells, 30 to a tray. 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. It took a chicken 6 weeks to fill the tray. 6 weeks to fill the tray. A week, a chicken lays for 6 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 weeks to fill this tray. And 35 days. 5 by 7, 35. 35 gets me 30 eggs. 3 and 8. Electric company and creation. How many trays get into a box? And when does this become the middle tray? 30, 60, 90 is your birth. So the fourth tray would be the next row before changing this from the center to the next level of where this becomes the center. It seems like all kinds of BS that I'm talking about, but it's obligations and realities that happen when you put one tray on top of the next. Like I'm trying to just show you over here that I have 3 key, they call these key trays. Hold on a second. They call these key trays, okay? So you put the first tray, this becomes the second tray. The center is the eggs. You put the third tray on top, and the center becomes the complete tray. And it's not really is it the eggs they hold? That it is what it is? What is actually the center? Is it the tray or the eggs? But then when we put the fourth tray on top of it, these 2 trays become the center. And it's these eggs that actually become the center of everything when they're sandwiched between 2 trays. You have 60 eggs sandwiched for the 60 minutes, 60 seconds on the clock of 122 minutes and 150 for 2.5 minutes. And 180 for 3 minutes. So each time a scenario is changing. Now the question is it overlapped just one at a time? Do you see what I just did? On 4 different levels. And then to rebalance it, will we send it back to another level over here. Now it topples over. The third one topples this one over. So what is it actually telling us? I have no idea. But there's a story, because there's numbers, there's something happening. And yeah, something's definitely happening. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, listen to, oh, those onions. Oh, that's a little too hot. Turn that off, lower that. Yeah, the onions. Thank God I got mushrooms in here, because the mushrooms are sort of watery. Woo! That's crazy, eh? How many people just spent an hour and 10 minutes, right? Hour and 10 minutes over here. Whoa, this spoon is... I like to use wood. Doesn't scratch the dish. So, yeah, that's what's going on. Gonna go in there. I gotta put those mushrooms away. Gonna put those mushrooms away. It's a lot of things to do, a lot of things to think about. Where is it going to get us? Where is what I do going to get us? Where is what you do watching me going to get us? It just opens up our minds to question everything, and to, if we want the right answer, sometimes we just, depending on how it's going to affect us at the momentary, the daily, or for our lifetime, we just want to know what is real, what is not real. Should I accept it? How do I stand up for myself? What can I change? What can I not change? I want to look at it this way, that if there is an altar system electronically, that if all our minds thought the same way, we can probably process a change. Or if information gets out where truth comes out that they can't hide, it'll cause a stalemate in taking control. How can I say that? Like, let's say hide and seek, and I say, he's hiding over there. Well, right away it's over, and they have to reset the game, right? 1 versus 99. I don't want to explain that, if you know what I mean. It's, yes, the electronic light, the E-light, right. The E-light, the electronic light, for sure. Anyways, that's going to be it for the video. There's a lot we can say, a lot more. I'm losing my head right now. No, but I did want to process one more thing. 1 second. There is one thing I wanted to do. And I might do this in another video. When we came, do you remember this part over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Where I brought it up to Venus, or the divided world, where I divided the spirit into 2 worlds. The number 2 dice. Let me try and see this. The number 2 dice, where these 2 dots, I divided it between 2 worlds. This center over here, right? There's 2 kinds of centers. There's a full center here that we have on the cube, or there's this center here. I'm not sure which one I should go with, because this one shows me 4 corners. This one shows me 4 corners and 4 here, and then when my hand is stuck. Oh. Whew. So this one is 4, this one is 9. So each box is valued at 4, 4, 4, 4. So I'm not going to get into that. So this one is 16, and this is 4, or 4 and 7. And we're back to Jesus again, between the 2 of them, the individual boxes where Jesus was brought into each one. I don't want to talk about that. Let's just stop. Jesus of time, let's stop. Different corners. 1, 2, 3 corners. We got the triangle. You add 1 more corner over here. Now we have the cycle. Cycle of time. We need that 4th corner. 1, 2, 3, 4 dots. 1, 2 dots in between. So 4 and 2. And this one over here equals to 3 and 0.5, because it is the cutoff center. There's 1 here, 1 here, 1 here at each corner. I'm not sure if you can see. Here's a corner, here's a corner, here's a corner. You connect them together. And then you run a straight line up, because there is nothing over here. And this is where you get your 0.5 link. This one here is where you get your full link. And there's 9 spaces and then 4 in between. Each in between be 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, or 555. And then 5 again. 5 times 5 times 5, 125. Or Mars times 5 is 625. Or 25, 625. In the Mayan creation of the half-life, of where you have 5 and 2, 7. 6, 7. And this will be your freedom 55. And this is the short Mayan count. Anyways, we can do the same thing to Earth, where it's 25,920, which is the long Mayan count, and you add these together as 7920 in the diameter of the Earth. So what I was doing over here was where there was 365 days, we now have 631 laws. To where we have 996, to where we have 362. Now I'm not sure what these mean yet, okay, but I'm just showing you that this is the way the design is here, this is the way the design is here, this is the way the design is here. Or what you can do is find out where the 365 are. The 365 in days are now in Earth, Saturn, and your gateway is in Uranus. Here it's 99633. Okay, 33 is what the gold is, or the pliable information in the moon, through Jupiter and the half-life, which is running in the 5 spirit. Okay, we're going to end it right now. 3662, the God of the Gateway Heaven. Okay, that's it. Done. Thank you for watching. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Have a good night. Keep your motor running. Get up on the highway. Just want to show you this one thing. Rotation. I don't have rotation. Okay, just 1 second. You see that Corvette? Okay, let me see. Is there one more thing here? Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching.